specific time was last year history. My teacher was a substitute. He filled in for the whole semester. He made history fun, and the reason why he did make history fun was because how he did his presentations and how he presented the information to us was in a clever and entertaining way.
Okay, so a specific time that I could think of that I had fun learning was last year in my media arts class. The teacher was very, he explained it really well, and since it's a topic that I really like, he made it enjoyable for the whole class.
The time I had fun learning was during English. We watched a movie about mythology, and I would learn from the movie a lot.
He made a souffle in class, and we had a lot of fun doing that, and we were actually learning at the same time about the different nutrients and proteins of the ingredients.
A specific time when I had fun learning would be in auto this year and in grade 9 tech, exploring tech. What made it fun was that it was a hands-on experience.
Well, back in grade 9 science, instead our teacher was going to give us a lesson on chemicals and how they react to each other, but instead of just straight up telling us what the different reactions were, he actually brought all the chemicals that we would need, and we spent the period mixing the different chemicals and seeing what their reactions were.
This time I had fun learning was taking apart a computer and putting it back together, because you don't usually do that often at home, so it was kind of a new experience for me.
There was a speaker that came in, and it's a fun way to learn from someone else rather than your teacher that you see every day.
Yeah, he was like a doctor, and he really shared a lot of cool information with us. We were learning about gender. It was really interesting.
I learned best by listening instead of reading. I'm an oral listener, so I can retain information better through listening than reading.
Mostly when I'm working hands-on stuff, if I'm learning by myself, someone can't tell me do this, because then I'll forget it.
Personally, I learn best in quiet area, and I like to know that there's help nearby. So for example, in the Learning Commons, I like to sit in there with my headphones, and if I have any questions, I can just go and ask a teacher.
I feel I learn best visually when there's pictures and I can see what I'm about to do. I find it easier to learn.
I learn best when I have interest in my subject and when I have one-on-one teaching.
I learn best both by having a teacher tell me things and by reading.
How I learn best is to tell myself to pay attention throughout the class, because if I don't, I end up losing track of what the teacher's sort of saying, and then it goes downhill from there.
I learn best when I can really choose the pace that I want, because it lets me, if I need more time to spend on a project, I can work on it longer.
I learn best just writing it down, just visually, and just listening to it. It just helps a lot easier.
I guess in a course where you don't feel constrained to certain things that you have to do, like in math, where if you don't do the certain thing exactly how they want you to, then you're screwed, I guess.
I learn best when I have my headphones in, when I'm teaching myself what I'm doing. It just tunes out the whole world, and I can just focus on what I'm trying to do.
I think what motivates me is my dad motivates me too for learning, because he's a doctor, he's had a successful life, and I want to be like him.
If the teacher's outgoing during the lesson, makes the class fun.
What motivates me learning? Well, what motivates me is to finish my schoolwork, and then I don't have homework.
I think what motivates me best is getting a good mark in each class.
It'll help me get a job later on in life, and it provides a better life.
Well, what motivates me learning is two things. One is if I get good grades, and that will eventually translate into a good career. And the second thing is if I can finish all my homework at school, then I have more free time when I get home.
Well, specifically when I'm at home doing homework, I like to finish that fast so I can do other activities.
The thing that motivates me best is when my teacher is nice to me, or positively influences me to do better. So if I like my teacher, I want to do good in the class so that I can.
Just reaching goals that I set high for myself. Just beating them, getting past them. It feels good doing that.
Being inspired, I feel.
When my teachers aren't that focused on my marks and they're more focused on me progressing in the actual course and retaining the information.
If you have a really good teacher, one that you get along with and have like a good relationship with, it's a lot easier to go to class and like ask questions.
Instead of being like scared to go to class because your teachers.
Probably just knowing that that if I get a good grade, it'll look good on my university application. Because good grades will get you farther.